İyi akşamlar sevgili seyirciler.
Hello from TRT News Center. We have explained the realities concerning the so-called reference books that are introduced as evidence to so-called Armenian genocide allegations and the slanders that were posed as the so-called statements of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk in the second part of the program, in which we have revealed the Armenian issue with documents and allegations. Today, with more comprehensive research, it is proved that the documents that are presented by Armenians as evidence are constituted for political purposes to be imposed as leverage over the Ottoman Empire during the First World War. Because of this important reason, Armenian testimony is more commonly taken as reference to prove the so-called genocide allegations. But we should ask a question: were the Armenians only people who experienced those days? The atrocities the Turks faced during the war was really horrible. Today, in the third edition of the program, we will explain the Armenian atrocity, brutality and pain with the testimony of witnesses experienced those days. But first of all, I request your attention, because we will reveal the Armenian issue presenting real lives within the most concrete realities introduced ever before with clear narration.
6 Mart 1915. 6 of March 1915. Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Office of Intelligence. Subject: atrocities against the Muslim population and hostages. The number of Muslims killed by the Armenians in Kars and Ardahan reached 30,000, and the situation of women and children who were expelled from their houses and trying to survive in snowy and icy mountains was miserable.
Bands making a raid to Salimli village in Descende assault the woman and killed Reshid Bey's daughter-in-law, who resisted the armed bands and wounded Reshid Bey's mother-in-law.
The babies were snatched away from their mother and drowned. Armenians slaughtered ruthlessly lots of people using swords and daggers, and the corpses were tucked into the depth of the water.
They took young women and girls with them and set the houses on fire with many old people and children inside. The dead bodies of
Zeliha, 6 months old, the daughter of Kemo living in Yastoji village, was killed and burned in the ground oven by the enemy.
Memelerini kesmiş, kitalın omuzlarından geri atmışlar. Dudaklarını kesmişler. 2 tane çocuğunu da 2 kazana koymuş. Kazanların göğsüne ateş vermişler ya, böylece gördük.
Bu duyduklarınız bir korku filmi.
These are not scenes from a horror film. It's not fiction either. These are some of the telegraphs that were sent from eastern and southeastern Anatolian provinces to Istanbul, the center of the Ottoman Empire.
Sadece birkaç tanesi. Osmanlı kayıtları Ermeni isyanı.
Ottoman archives are full of telegraphs of this kind, all reporting Armenian torture that denigrate human honor. The telegraph traffic started in the middle of the 19th century while the rebellion was taking shape. The thing is that this correspondence was never brought up during the so-called Armenian genocide debate. Armenians presented lots of documents to the agenda of public opinion, but it was pointed out that most of these documents were prepared with political purposes. Another important controversial issue is about the other documents the Armenians are alleging that they keep, and they don't pay attention to the calls of Turkish historians to research the issue together in a joint committee.
We are asking, where are your documents? But they never reveal them. They don't pay attention to our calls also. Our call is simple. The scientists of different countries who are putting forward these allegations with Turkish and Armenian scientists can come together and make joint research. They can announce the results of this search to the world. We are ready for this, but nobody is interested in, because the issue is now handled on a political platform.
İşte bu nedenle tarihi temelden
So because of this reason, the Armenian diaspora, deprived of any historical basis for their allegations, introduce speculations alone as witness memoir in their propaganda cassettes. It's not possible to forget the events for the people who had to leave their birthplaces and cope with starvation, epidemic diseases, and attacks by armed bandits during their trying journey. Firuze İpekyan is one of them.
Firuze İpekyan gibi.
I was only 12 years old, and they took all my school teachers away. They never came back.
But what about the others who witnessed the same brutality?
Doldurdular içeri, gelin size aylık verecek dedi, milleti doldurdu içeri. Kazları devirdi, bağlara attı içeri. Kapıdan da bastı kuruşunu. Hele çocuklarla bile, etlerle bile, anası silir istiyordu, bile gönleriyle çıkıyor.
Ot elimize düşmüyordu. Diyarbakır çöllerinde otu kaynatıp sıkıyorduk. Tuz elimize geçmiyordu. Tuzsuz otla biz kendimizi Diyarbakır'a attık.
Bir başka
Another Armenian witness was Mari Omartyan.
There is God in heaven. Someday people ask question to him, why, what did we do?
Mahmud Efendilerin iki kadınla Hilmi adını taşıyan çocuğu şurası odaydı, burada öldürdüler. Evet. Mahmud Efendi ile Şevket Efendi'yi tam o taşların yığının olduğu yer avluydu. Kapısı oradandır. Burada öldürdüler.
Anasıyla doldurdular bir dama, kaz töktüler üstüne, yaktılar. Duvarlara çaktılar çocukları.
Kimisini göğsünden çakmışlar. Kimisini memelerinden, göğsünden çakmışlar. Kimisinin memesini kesmiş, ağzına vermişler. Bugün Türk tarihine sığmayacak şekilde acayip şeyler, işkenceler yapmışlar.
Benim emcemi tuttular. Benim emcemin ilk gün kulaklarını, burunlarını, yanak etlerini, parmaklarını kamilen kestiler. Son zaman bir tür baltayla şehit ettiler.
Çocuğa karıya süngüyü basmışlar. Orada öyle tandırın başında can vermiş. Çocuğu da süngülemişler. Oradan Çerkoda'ya gidiler. Çerkoda'da nokta yatan kadın vardı, gelinleri. Onu da çaza süngülemişler. Babamı vurdular, emicemi vurdular, gelinlerimi et doğrar kimi doğradılar. Ben koştum cennetlerin altına kurtardım. Diri diri çakmışlar duvarlara.
Tüyler ürpertici bu anlatılar.
These blood-curdling incidents are included in the memoir of Kazım Karabekir, who took over control of Eastern Anatolia from Armenians. I walked inside the village. The most horrible of this massacre was in this village. I was gobsmacked with horror seeing the crying people near the bayoneted or burned corpses. The mothers holding their slain babies were tearing out their hairs. I think that there must be very few people who witness such kind of atrocity. When people are deprived of good feelings, they can become creatures even wilder than the savagest animals.
Ermeni çetelerinden geriye kalanlar...
The Turkish commanders' memoirs are not the only evidence of the atrocities of the Armenian armed bandits. The Russian commanders, fighting side by side with Armenians, also manifested the horror they witnessed. From the 2nd Erzurum Fortification Artillery Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Tuarda Kuleyov's memoirs. Armenians had massacred more than 800 unarmed civilian Turks. The throats of desperate Turks were slitted and their corpses buried in a big hole as if they were animals. Armenians took approximately 80 Turkish people to a house, and while leaving, they axed their heads, smashing them into pieces.